Hello, this is 3VOC English from Next Learning English. I'm Ali.
And I'm Sarah. Have you ever been sent a text reminding you about a doctor's appointment? Or impulsively bought something on the internet because there was only one left? If any of these have happened to you, then you've been nudged. A nudge is a subtle way of altering human behavior. It's a powerful way for governments, advertisers, and social media companies to encourage or nudge people into making choices that benefit themselves and society as a whole. Imagine the government want people to eat better. It might encourage supermarkets to put healthy snacks in easy-to-reach shelves near the checkout and hide the chocolate bars out of sight on the top shelf. Shoppers are being nudged to eat better. Well, that's the idea anyway, but often nudging is used less to benefit society and more to make money for big business, and it happens more often than people realize. So, in this program, we'll be asking whether the idea behind nudging to influence human behavior for good is still true today. And, as usual, we'll be learning some useful new vocabulary as well. But first, I have a question for you, Ali. Another example of nudging happened in Woolwich, an area of London, which in 2011 had a problem with antisocial behavior, and particularly with shop windows being smashed. The local authority decided to use nudging to fix the problem by painting pictures on the shop windows. But what did they paint? Was it A, cute kittens, B, babies' faces, or C, barking dogs?
I guessed barking dogs would keep the window breakers away. Okay, Sarah, I'll reveal the correct answer later in the program.
Nudging started in 2008 with the publication of a book by Nobel Prize-winning economist Professor Richard Thaler. Professor Thaler's ideas about how to gently persuade people into making good decisions became known as nudge theory. Advertising executive Rory Sutherland introduced nudge theory to his agency Ogilvy. Here's Rory explaining more to radio program Analysis.
Let's say you make the profitable option green and highly attractive. The less profitable option, you make it kind of grey and kind of manky looking, okay? That would be an example of something which is, a nudge not necessarily used in the best interests of the consumer.
Advertisers use colors to nudge customers towards the profitable option, the one which is the most likely to make money. These appear brightly colored and attractive on the screen, whereas less profitable options are made to look manky, a slang word meaning dirty and unattractive. Here, nudging isn't being used for the public good. These dark nudges are also called sludge. Make money for a company, but are not always in the best interests of the consumer. If something is in your best interests, it's the most advantageous, beneficial thing for you to do. Dark nudges have caused many to question the morality of nudging, including Neil Levy, professor of ethics at Oxford University, speaking here to radio program Analysis.
The big one, the one people have concentrated on, is that it's paternalistic. That is that nudge might be in our interests, but we want to make our own decisions.
People worry that nudges infantilize us. It's undermining our autonomy. Critics of nudging call it paternalistic, meaning it wants to make decisions for people, rather than letting them take responsibility for themselves. They also claim nudging infantilizes people. It treats them like children, and as a result, people lose autonomy, the ability to make your own decisions about what to do, rather than being told by someone else.
I guess nudging itself is neither good or bad. It just depends how you use it.
Well, let's look on the positive side by revealing the answer to your question, Ali.
Right. I asked you how authorities in Woolwich in southeast London nudged antisocial window breakers to behave nicely. I guessed it was by painting pictures of scary barking dogs on the windows, which was the wrong answer, I'm afraid, Sarah.
In fact, Woolwich Council hired graffiti artists to paint pictures of local babies' faces onto the window shutters. Not even the most hard-hearted criminal smashed those windows, and antisocial behavior fell by 18% in 1 year. Okay, let's recap the vocabulary we have learned in this program about nudging, ways of gently persuading or encouraging someone to take decisions. Something which is profitable makes a profit or is likely to make money. Manky is slang for dirty and unattractive. If something is in your best interests, it's the most advantageous, beneficial thing for you to do. A paternalistic person prefers making decisions for other people rather than letting them take responsibility for their own lives. To infantilize someone means to treat them as a child. Finally, autonomy is the ability to make your own decisions about what to do rather than being told by someone else. Once again, our 6 minutes are up. Remember to join us again next time for more topical discussion and useful vocabulary here at 6 Minute English.